Hello, hello, happy Monday. Pamela here with Passionate About Scrapbooking, your Stampin' Up demonstrator. Welcome to Make It Monday, live with Pamela. As I let the dog back in the house for the upteenth time today, I had to go hide the cats because Pumpkin was going crazy. I knew that wouldn't end well. Say hello if you're joining me. Would love to know who's with me today. Say hello. Maybe let me know where you're viewing from. How's your weather? How's your Monday going? Mine's been quite eventful already. So I made a decision to get up a little bit earlier, get ready as far as putting on some walking clothes and my walking shoes, so that after I dropped off my stepson at school, I went to the park and got in 30 minutes of walking. Hello, Cindy. Thank you for saying hello. Welcome from Louisiana. And so I got my 30 minutes of walking in. It's pretty rough. Hadn't done that in a while, but I've made a commitment that I'm going to do that 3 times a week. And so I got that in 30 minutes and made it home by 9 o'clock here in the Texas Hill Country, so that's Central Time. And as I opened the gate to the property, I had a lovely little surprise. A lizard jumped on my chest. And you can imagine what that looked like. I think I almost had a heart attack. So I've got my heart rate up with some walking, a lizard scaring me to death, almost to death. And I just realized that I popped the lens out of my sunglasses, so I've got to go back out to the gate after the live and see if I can find it and hope and pray that the lens isn't crushed or scratched up, because it's my favorite pair of Brighton sunglasses that I've had and taken such good care of for like 2 or 3 years, probably 3 at least. So a little sad about that. So I may be having to get me I'm going to make a few adjustments. I may have to get myself some new sunglasses soon. All right. So let me share what we got going on here today. I have a couple of sketches. I think I picked out the one that I want. Speaking of that, I printed out some pictures too. Let me grab those real quick. So I'm going to be creating with a brand new product that's going to be coming September 4th in our brand new mini catalog that's going live then, that's full of awesome, fun, fall, Christmas, winter products. I can't show you the inside of it though, so here's a little sneak peek right here. Can't show it to you until September 4th, but I can create with the products and share the products. So I placed one order. So if you want one of these and you didn't get one, if you're a customer of mine, I did have Stampin' Up send them out. So let me know if you got yours yet, because then you're one of the lucky ones because you get to see what's inside it before September 4th. If you need a copy sent to you, let me know and we can make arrangements for that. And then, so it went, I don't even remember what day it went live, but week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, maybe, probably 2 weeks ago. And I placed a little order. So that's what I'm sharing today. Today, after the live, probably, I have my really big order that's coming in. So I can't wait. Have lots of new goodies that I'll get to play with. But right now, we have some fun Christmas stuff to play with. So I've got some new real red and white baker's twine. Then we also have real red and white adhesive backed peppermints. Look at how cute those are. They're little kind of rubber peppermints, adhesives backed. Love those. Those are so pretty. I love how the colors are so accurate. And let me pull out this for you. So this is, I pulled out some colors of cardstock to go along with this collection. This is, I haven't pulled it out of here yet. Well, I did a little sneak peek of for myself, but so it's a Little Bit Festive 12 by 12 Specialty Designer Series paper. And what's different about this, I think this whole pack was just $10, and you get, let's open it. You get 3 sheets of Designer Series paper. So I'm going to pull out the whole thing, including the cardboard that's in here, so we can look at it. So say hello if you're joining me. Let me know. I should be live on YouTube and Facebook. So I know I'm good on Facebook because Cindy said hello. And then let me refresh my YouTube. Got to make sure my volume is down. And it looks like we're live on YouTube as well. Okay, so let me get back to there. So again, this is a Little Bit Festive is what this one is called. So it's very kind of whimsical, I guess. So look at that paper. How pretty is that? Kind of hand painted. I don't know if you would consider it watercolor or not. A tree with, I guess that's what I would assume it would be, a tree, a wreath, full of little balls, Christmas balls, and lots of fun colors. And then like the peppermint stripe. I love that on the back. So in this one, you do only get 1 sheet of each, and there's only 3 sheets, but there's a surprise in this packet that we'll get to in 1 second. All right, and then this is pretty, so you can kind of see the different. This could be used for anything really, but it brings in those blues. And then the back side, a pretty blue, Night of Navy gingham, I guess is what that would be. So think outside the box. And then trees. Are you ready for the surprise? When I lift this up, you'll see a surprise. I'll share more about that. So these are trees. So that could be Christmas or nature, since there's nothing but trees in there. On the back side, is pretty real red pattern. So super pretty, great weight of pattern paper. And then I'm going to slide these under here so these are punch outs. So they're going to punch right out of here. They're, I guess, going to be smaller. They're going to be more like a 4 by 5, maybe. I haven't measured it to find out for sure, but we will in a minute. Probably even smaller than that. But there's even a strip here. So these can be used for cards, but I'm going to use it for scrapbooking. And then look at all this. And we got all these punch outs. So lots of different themes and ideas. I see some of the images are better like that. One of those cute little trucks right there. You got wreaths. There's some, this is why they call it specialty paper, because there's gold foil. There wasn't, I don't believe, in the paper, but there are on the punch outs. And they're just going to punch out and fall out real easy, as you can tell. So that's still kind of attached. And then this one, I love this one. This is kind of what gave me the idea for my photos. This one's a little bit more juvenile, I guess is the word. I'm thinking cocoa and gingerbread or baking, things like that. Lots of cute little Christmas trees. There's a neat little scene right there. So lots you can do with this. And out of this, you could probably get, you very well could get 2 or 3 scrapbook layouts, I think, if you did it right. So we're going to make a 2-page layout today. And I think I'm going to go ahead and punch a few of these things out. And we'll see what, because I know like I want this, the hot cocoa, maybe the gingerbread. There's another wreath, but I like the one I picked out so far. Some cute little icons, gingerbread cookies. Those would be fun. And we'll probably come back and pull a few other things out too. That little bear might be cute. But I'm going to set this aside. I was looking over at this other one. Don't know if there's anything over here that I'll use, but I will grab this one because this would coordinate for sure with some of that. And we'll have to look inside there to see what we have available as well. Because there were a couple of snowflakes, like one right there. So anyways, I'm going to set this aside and I'll pull from it as I see fit. But right now, I'm going to start with some of that. I think I'm going to go ahead and punch this out too. That's pretty. That looks like it would be a good color combination too. All right. So again, you could use these for cards. There's actually like 3, trying to think of the word, I never can say it right. I'm going to just call them punch outs. The EPH ephemera, that's what it is. There's, I think, 3 or 4 ephemera packs that coordinate, that would go with this as well, that were specifically made for cards. So you could combine all those. I kind of wish that I had gotten those because they have some little messages, like sentiments, plus some things that would make good titles for scrapbook pages. And I'll have to see if I ordered it in my order that I get today or not. Don't really know. All right, so let's get situated here. Let me show you. I didn't like prep this time because I wanted to walk step by step through how to use one of Close to My Heart's patterns. So let me grab these out that I have. These are patterns that I got off of Close to My Heart's, the back office, I think it was, before they shut it down April 30th. So I made sure I saved all these. These were free patterns that we could share. So these are a few of my favorites. And I can link them, or at least the one that I'm going to use today, so that you can copy or use it for your own scrapbooking. But I'm going to try to use some of these periodically. I'm just sharing a few, but I have quite a few of these available. And this is I love this this is one of the things I loved about Close to My Heart. We had pattern books, and they were called Make It From Your Heart. Well, originally we had some that were called Imagine and Cherish. I think Cherish cut it off up here. But it was one of the first books, pattern books that we came out with. And this is similar to the design and what you would get in those pattern books. Now, you might find a collector edition somewhere on eBay or Amazon or someplace like that, someone's selling them. But once they discontinued them, they made these available for us. So this was from, I think, the first one, Cherish. And then we had Imagine. And this is one of my favorite sketches right here, a go-to one that I really enjoyed using. I've used it quite often. But I think today I'm going to use this one right here, which is called the Monologue. And so it's got just some simple paper cuts in here. And so it doesn't use a ton of paper. And we may do some modifications here. I don't know, but I'm going to stick pretty close to this one. We have 2 6x4 portraits and 1 landscape 4x6. There's an area for journaling. Now I did bring in my Alphabet Alamo dies to make a title. And then you also have 2 3x3s here. So I think I have the photos available that I want to use. I'm doing hot cocoa with the elf on the shelf, and I did some little 3x3s. I did 2 of Bevan, so I kind of maybe want to highlight her, possibly. And then I've got my vertical. So I've got 2 different vertical ones, and then the landscape, and then 2. So I need to get Emily in there. I may have to print a smaller one of Emily, and then I'll do Emily and Kyle, and then maybe Bevan. So that's kind of what I'm thinking I'll do. So let me get these out of the way, and then we'll get busy cutting paper, and I'll show you how this works. So that's probably one of the hardest things to do for beginners when using a sketch is like, what paper do I use and how do I cut it? And for me, it's just kind of more visual. I'm visualizing what the papers will look like on here. Now I did get, again, I've grabbed a few pieces of 8.5 by 11 Stampin' Up cardstock. So I've got Early Espresso, Pecan Pie. It's like right on the tip of my tongue, and now I can't remember what the color is. Let me see if I got the ink pad here handy. Cherry Cobbler. So Cherry Cobbler, Garden Green. This is their very vanilla cardstock. Now, I don't have any of these in 12 by 12. Hello, Charisse. Oh, you didn't download them. Well, I might can help you out with a few. So we'll see. I'll see when I have a free minute. I will be uploading the one that I'm using today, so we'll see what I can get done. All right, and then I grabbed some French vanilla 12 by 12 cardstock that was close to my heart. This might be available through the Stampin' Up website, and at tomorrow, FYI, any of the close to my heart items that Stampin' Up has been selling to former close to my heart customers and makers will be available to everybody in Stampin' Up in the countries that close to my heart was in. So that would be like Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and the United States. I think that area. Australasia, I'm not sure what they how they're referring to it with Stampin' Up. But so I've got these I'm going to use as my base for sure. And then I can use these 8.5 by 11s to do like photo mats and things like that. So I incorporate those colors in there a little bit. All right, so I have 3 papers to work with, but 6 patterns. So let's look at those for a minute. I think I will go ahead and put this down on my, let me find, I did some organizing, maybe a little too far out of reach for me over here. There we go. So I have everything, most everything kind of organized over here. So I spent the afternoon or the morning Saturday while Jeff was doing some work at his dad's parents' ranch. I got a dryer sheet there for die cutting that keeps flying out. All right, so let's get situated here with our scrapbook page base. I'm going to move my embellishments and punches that I got out right there. Yeah, I did that. And we'll get, I'm using a Close to My Heart Versamat, hoping that Stampin' Up comes out with something like that, because these are fabulous for scrapbooking. All right, and let's see what we have to work here with. All right, so now I want to, okay, because of my photos, yeah, I'm going to stick with probably the greens and reds, kind of the traditional stuff, because I did the Santa cocoa mugs from the Elf on the Shelf. I want to say this was back in about 2017. It was probably our first Christmas here in Fredericksburg after Jeff and I got married. We just celebrated our 7-year anniversary on Saturday. So I was going to look at my photos and see if, yeah, December 19th, 2017. So I was doing Elf on the Shelf with Bevan. Can't remember, I might have started that like in 2014 with her, something like that. And it kind of fizzled out as they got into junior high and high school. And she wanted me to keep going and doing it. And I finally was like, nope, we're... If any of y'all have done Elf on the Shelf, you know how it's fun, but it's also time consuming and you got to be super creative. All right, so we're sticking primarily, and what'll be nice is there's a little bit of blue in her shirt, in this hot cocoa. I did that on the Cricut, that sign. What was Emily wearing? Black and red, so that works. And I love that little message, I just want to bake cookies, in the background. We did on our little, don't know if you can see it. I just want to bake cookies. I think that was an Elf on the Shelf. Snowflake was our Elf on the Shelf. Okay, so I can see maybe that already going somewhere, but I may have to trim it down a little bit. Is this it's not a true 12 by 12. So that's something that we'll have to keep into consideration as well. So I think I'm going to stick with this pattern. Don't think I'll use any blue, and I can do that pattern. This one, I think I'm going to not use. I'm going to set it aside. And I'm trying to decide. I think I'm just going to use this one. Okay. And then that way, that will kind of show you how using one pattern, one piece of designer series paper, front and back, you can incorporate into a 2-page layout. I think we can get it done. I'm kind of looking at the measurements. May have to make a few adjustments, but we'll see. Okay, I'm going to put my photos kind of out of the way as well. So let's build up our base. So looking at this, so we've got some stripes. We got to keep into consideration the pattern as well. So that may make it a little tricky here with just one sheet, but we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can make work. Yeah, I may have to, I'm already seeing. So these right here will be our photo mats, the 2 7x5. So I can get those out of cardstock, and then we'll decide what color. Probably red, but okay, let's see here. So the problem with this one right here is one goes this way and one goes that way. So you can't really get 12 by 12 out of here and a 12 by 12 out of here. So that may be where we have to bring in another pattern. So I'm going to kind of look and see what, I think I want my, I think I want to use this one a lot more. So then maybe I'll do green. I don't know. Give me a second so I can decide what I want to do, because this one, let's see, A and E. E is short here. A is going to be down here. That'll be great for the stripes, I think, to be down there. C is also a stripe, which could go with that, but let's do that. We're just going to work with stripes for right now. And we're going to cut these pieces right here. So we've got A, which is this piece right here, which is 2 by 12. So I'm going to cut at 2 inches. Move that kind of out of the way. Okay, so that's just going to go right down here at the bottom. And I chose, you could choose white background. I chose the French vanilla, or the very vanilla, I guess, just for, I don't know. We may switch it out to white. I can't decide. We'll see first. All right, and then I need C, which is going to be right up here. C is 1 inch. So let's cut that piece. And that'll be up there at the top. So we'll just get our pieces cut real quick. And F, where's F? F is actually over here. So I've got to keep it the same way. So our patterns are going to go a little bit different. And that's fine, I think. If we bring it over here, I think once we get everything on here, it's going to work fine. F and E. Okay, so this one is going to be at 2. And it's going to be way over here. So the pattern is going to be positioned differently, but we're all good. And then cut at 2 inches again. And then you have this piece for later. So we're going to do this one at 7 inches, 2 by 7. Okay. And that one is going to go right down here. This one is going to go right up here. All right, so that's where we're at for now. So let's see what else. We may have to just do this. Again, we can't, we've got the issue right there of that one is not covered up. I'm just looking at the different pieces. We don't want any more red. And we can do that one there. So let me see. Then you want one coming down here. It's going to be awfully different. That's the only problem I have. So I may want to do some cardstock and see if, let's see. Let me think through this for a minute. I might see if I can piece something together. So if I cut here, I think I'm going to, okay, I have an idea. So I'm going to cut this one, and maybe I can, I don't know if I can make it happen with this, because these are B, C are both 3 by 3, so that's already, this one's out. So we're going to have to use this one, and it is, I'm going to do this piece the full length. Okay, let me think through this real quick. Okay, I think I've got it figured out. So it's kind of where you've got to manipulate some things with this particular paper. All right, so I'm going to do this one. We're going to put it right down here. And then this one, I'm going to do two 6x6, like 3x6s right here. Okay, so I want it, I'm going to cut this. Let me think for a minute, so that I'm going to cut it at 6 inches. So that's a scrap. I don't think that's the way I wanted to do it. There we go. We'll do 6x6. And then this way we can cut at 3 inches. Okay, we'll have to get the trimmer again here in a minute. All right, so then we've got, it's gonna be a loud, busy one, but we're gonna make it work. I'll show you how. Okay, lots going on here, but here we go. So we've got this so far. I'm not too worried about this right here, and really it's not very noticeable. And you could also, I don't think it'll, doesn't matter either way you do it, but I think with the photo that I'm going to put in here, and then I can put some punch outs, it's going to cover this area right here so you don't know that it's two different strips. And I'm also going to probably put some cardstock. Let me grab my cardstock. And we'll bring in probably some brown, probably this one. Because if we're, so you can just kind of see what we got to work with, since we have some of all of this. I think that's gonna work well. And then as we cover up some of this pattern paper with images, it's gonna tone everything down a little bit. All right, so I'm going to just stick with the French vanilla in the background. I'm still, you know what, I'm not. I'm gonna switch it out because there's really no French vanilla in there. I grabbed the French vanilla because they recommended very vanilla. But I am not liking that. So we're going to make another modification real quick. I'm going to lift, we can put our paper down as soon as I switch this out. Now, I don't know if I put quick in the title, but it would be if you were, once I get it done, you can follow this and it'll be quick, I promise you. All right, so let's get this down. All right, now we can start putting down. Let me find my adhesive. I think I'm just about out of this, but I have a backup. And you know, you could always do this too. You could change things up a little bit if you wanted to. If you like something a little bit different. But I'm going to leave it the way I had it. I really like this paper. But I'll have to use it in little increments on another page. Because I like this paper too. I think this is fun for Elf on the Shelf. And I've got candy canes in my photo, so it works. Okay, I'm just using my Stampin' Seal. And then my design is showing about it doesn't actually, well, it tells me in the instructions, 1/2 inch from the top. And if you want, you could see, line up that same way. 1/2 inch is right there. So at about 10.5 from the bottom up. And I think I might draw some lines in through here with my, I think that's the sepia, yeah, little pen that I have. I'm gonna go ahead and open this because I know I'm gonna need it. So this is the refill to the Stampin' Seal. All right, because I can already see the red, so we're gonna run out of it pretty quick. All right, now let's grab that piece that goes right here. Sometimes it doesn't want to roll, you just have to press a little bit harder. All right, so you're gonna kind of watch me figure out when I'm doing my scrapbook pages how I figure it out, how I make it look good. All right, so that's just the basic pieces on here. Then we have a photo mat we're gonna put on here. We'll have to figure that color out. That may be where the pecan pie and maybe even the early espresso come in. That'll help tone everything down and bring in kind of some of that gingerbread feel. And let's go ahead and get these pieces down. If it's too also bright and wild, sometimes you can add some distressing, but I'm not going to do that today. Really, lady? Lady wants to go outside again. So get these down, and then I will jump up real quick and let her out. Let me move my cup there, brighten that up a little bit. Got my drinks. Books and life. Can never get your paper right. As far as patterns, all right, let me let the doggy out. She'll scratch the door here in a minute. There you go. And then she'll scratch the door to let me know she wants in a little bit. All right, so I'm using brand new September, December mini catalog product today. All right, so there's our basis, okay? Kind of out there, very geometric, I guess is the word I'm thinking of. I hope that's the right word. All right. So, oh, darn. Do you see what I did? Nobody told me. Hey, good morning, Debbie. Look, I forgot to change out my paper. But I think I can change it out real quick. I could just put a piece of white right there. Might be easier. We'll see. Let's put this down real quick. I don't know. How did I get distracted? I decided to change out from French vanilla to, see if I can get it up fine. That's what's okay about this Stampin' Seal. I have a little bit of leeway here. I'm going to get that. These are temporary glue dots that I use to put the paper on. So I blame my perimenopause brain on this. But just gently lift it up and you can get it off pretty easily without tearing. Smaller pieces are a little bit more difficult. Sorry, guys. Okay. But pretty simple to correct. feel like my lighting's kind of funky today. All right, here, let's try this again. The fun of going live. I don't have the option to say cut. All right, so that's still up. I'm going to put a little adhesive like right back there to kind of hold that down. All right, so not too terribly bad. All right. I don't know if I'll keep those pieces or not. Okay, phew. All right. Still need my paper trimmer, so we got to do a little bit. Let's figure out. All right, one thing, and it does tell you in here, it gives you some suggestions. This says B&T, which we used to call, close to my heart, it's paper, B&T Duos paper, which was background and texture Duos paper. That's what the B&T stood for. And then they changed it just to pattern paper. So that took some time getting used to. So like I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use any of these colors. I'm just going to bring in these colors now to make that gingerbread, hot cocoa kind of feel. Okay, I'm going to leave those here just for kind of inspiration. So anyhow, that's what I did. I used pattern paper for these two cuts, and then this one says cardstock. So I feel like I'm going to add a little bit extra to this, and I got to decide if I want to do the early espresso as my mat. I think I'm going to do the pecan pie as my mat, and then maybe cut some of this to, I really would kind of like to have a strip right down here to kind of break this pattern up right here. So let's do a couple of those. We're going to have to piece it together since I don't have 12 by 12. Now you can get the early espresso in a combo pack in 12 by 12s. You just can't get them individually. So we'll cut a couple of these and piece them together. I'm going to do, because I want to do this over here as well. I'm going to do one more. Then we can cut these pieces down, depending on where, maybe I haven't punch out that, same thing like right here, I can do it maybe 6 by 6 or 6 1/4 inch by 6 and meet those up right there. And then depending on where my photo lays, I might or the photo's going to be up a little bit higher. Let me go ahead and do these. Let's do them at, they're supposed to be 5 by 7, so I'm going to cut this at 7 this way. So let's do 7, and then I could get cut it at 5 and 5, so I get 2 5 by 7s. Okay. And let me, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to look at my photos. I'm thinking I might put Bevan up here and put the actual cocoa things over here. Sometimes my brain wants to put the photos on my page as I took them. So obviously I took that picture first, and then to surprise the kids, and then these were afterwards. But I'm trying to train myself so that that doesn't bother me so much. It's all the same kind of time period. This one I've got to cut down. I think I'm going to do a 3 by 3 of Emily, and then this one is going to go up in here. My patterns, this one's we'll do this one over here. And then this one doesn't have an actual photo mat. This one's supposed to go up here, and this one's supposed to go like right over here. And I really like the white border around the photos. So this one I printed about 2 3/4 inch square so that I could leave maybe, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. It doesn't leave quite as large of a border around it. And you can see when I cut it, it didn't get exactly the same, but that's all right. It's all right with me. It's fairly close, but then it is 3 by 3 now. So there's one. And then I am going to go ahead and print. So give me 1 second. Let me look at that one. I have 2 different ones. Let me see. I'm just going to print that one. I can do that well. So I'm going to set that one aside. I can just give it to Emily. And then still need to see. Oh, and Emily, yeah, this picture was really good actually. Let me go ahead and print that. Okay. So just so y'all can kind of see. So Emily went all out. Let me see if that's going to print or not. Anyway, she went all out with her hot cocoa, as you can see, and added a whole bar of chocolate. This was in her overdose on chocolate phase, her teen years. She would have been probably about a freshman or sophomore here. She graduated in 2020. She was one of those kiddos. And then she had the whole bar of chocolate in there, plus all the chocolate chips. It was like, oh my goodness, girlfriend. All right, let me grab my other photos so I can put that down. So I'm curious, did anybody do Elf on the Shelf? Good morning, Debbie. I think I may have said hello. I don't remember. Thought I saw you pop on. Let's see. So I'm kind of eyeballing. I think I'm going to cut it. That way I can get a little bit more accurate. Cut some of this off. Let me see how I can do that one. Much better that time. And then, which says you get closer, you can eyeball it a little bit better. Much better. Okay, so that's the other 3 by 3. All right, let's put some paper down here, and then we'll just have some embellishments to put around. I don't know that I'm going to get to, I don't know, I might use this, I don't know. It's getting a little wild and crazy. I was thinking maybe I could put a title over top of it, or I might could just have it sneaking. Of course, that would cover a lot of it up. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. So I'm going to set that aside, but I've got these other pieces and I'll need a few more odds and ends of things to bring it all together. Maybe there's some peppermint in there. But let me get these on here. Oh, and I can wrap some. Don't forget, we have some baker's twine. I could like wrap around. The bow would be cute right there. All right, let me show you the pattern again. See where we're at. I'll set it over here as we're doing this side. All right, so it's going to end up being about right there. I do have my title journaling area I can do over here. Yeah, I've got to figure out. I might just do the hot cocoa, or I need a cute creative title. I haven't thought of one. I've got these I want to use. But let's do, so I've got to have a place for my journaling. It doesn't, this says title and journaling. So you could do a title up here with some journaling strips down here. I may just have to have a little, I also feel like I want to cover this up a little bit. So I may move her over a little bit more and put something over here. But I may just, I think I'm going to do both of these so I can add in this because I think that helps break things up a little bit. I'm going to do these all at 6 inches so that they just meet in the middle. And I think it'll work out fine. So so I may need one more piece to get all 6. And we'll work on this one over here in a second. All right, so I'm gonna, I'm grabbing my silicone mat so I can just put some adhesive here on the back. And I think I'm gonna put it on top of the tree paper. Since it was a little bit bigger, this was 2 inches, this was 3 inches. And I'm just laying it right on top, but at the bottom. And just meet that right up. I'm going to try to line it up so it's not super noticeable. You really have to kind of look to be able to see it. And I'm not going to put this down yet because I think I might wrap some twine around it, baker's twine. I like that. I'm liking some of this. Anybody got suggestions for titles? All right, let's do a little bit of baker's twine. All right, so this is new, coming September 4th, so start making your wish list. All right, let me see if I can get this started. This is real red and white baker's twine. Okay, so I'm thinking I want it long enough to wrap all the way around there and do a bow. But I want 2, at least 2 strips of it. Since it's so thin, I just like the way that looks. And how about, so the picture's going to go right about there. I don't want to really go through Santa. Well, I don't know that it matters that much. But maybe I'd rather go down here. That'd probably be better. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over. So about right down here, and put some, I want to do, I think, that may still be too high. It'll be okay. I want to move it over this way. I'm going to tie a knot so that it stays tight, and then I can do my bow. Okay. And then from there, I can just do a little bow. I may tuck in pull it tight and then manipulate my bow so it's not quite as big. And I kind of think, I don't know if I'll do like the gingerbread down here. I may sneak a couple little things right there. I guess that was maybe her homework or something she was working on. I'm not sure. Hot cocoa. I'm thinking title wise what I want to do. All right. So we'll come back to the title here in a minute and finalize some of this area. I'm going to have journaling strips, I think, going right there. So let's jump over to this side. And then we've got to do, I'll just put that there for now and get everything down on the page. So this one, this is a 5x7 pecan pie. And if you want to step things up a little bit, you could dry emboss this with something or stamp in the background. I'm just going to adhere it right down to the page here. Go ahead and get it down. And we'll have to add some more baker's twine in here somewhere. All right, so it's going to line up about where this one is, which is 1/2 inch from the top. And then it should butt up right against that pattern paper right there. Okay, so we got that going on. We can put these down. I'm just going to adhere them right to the page. Kind of, I want to center them. Right about there. Does anybody have any questions about anything? I am going to upload this pattern PDF for you afterwards. So we'll make that available to you. All right, so this one I want to do, so I'm going to have to cut another little strip. Because this is an 11 inch. So when you cut it at 6, then it's just, what, 5 inches? Yeah. So still not quite. And this will go match up to this seam right here. So let me do one more 1/4 inch of early espresso and then cut it at 6. And then we'll get that glued down. Then we can put this photo on. I may wrap some twine around that one. All right, so again, I'm going to do it on the tree pattern paper. So remember, what's cool about these patterns is that you can do this with any paper you have. So it can be any theme. There we go. All right, this goes down here, pretty low down here. So you could do some embellishing up here, maybe some more journaling. So this one, let me look and see. Let me pull this out of the way. And we can kind of look at what we've got here. Definitely going to have some more. You know what you could do with this right here? Fussy cut a couple of these things out to add around here. And that may be what I do. Because I don't really, with the whatever color that is, pool party or something in the background. Yeah, I'm not going, I think I'd be better off fussy cutting some of those pieces out. So I'm going to set that up there. You know what? I think I need some right here. That length is 7 inches, so I'm going to have to, because we want it to go all the way across right there. I think with the, because it looks kind of funny, I think. So all those pieces were 5, so I need another 1/4 inch. So, and this is a good example of how you can add to the pattern a little bit. I guess I could measure it at 4 maybe, but let's just go at 7. Make sure I don't mess it up. Okay. Yes, that's gonna do. I'm glad I caught that. Wrong adhesive. Surprise. Oh, there we go. We're at the end of my Stampin' Seal. So this just pops open. Okay, it's kind of gummy right there, so I want to clean that up. But this is, you keep this part. So you buy one, a full piece the first time, and then you can buy the refills. And you throw all that away. And then these, you just don't put your fingers on there. First of all, you can kind of, I keep doing that though. I guess use the, so there's little X's that pop right in there. Okay, let's see if we can, and then it just snaps back in there. Got my fingers. And then you have to work on getting it going. There we go. I'm doing it right on the white, because this would have gone over here. Okay, so that flows a little bit better. Again, I haven't put that down yet. I think I may pop her up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. And then this one, so everything here is down. I'm just thinking about my baker's twine. Where do I want? Do I want it at the bottom or maybe at the top? We've got our cute little peppermints here we can use too. Could do it going up this way. I don't know if I'll put anything. Maybe I'll just put one over here. I can lift that up a little bit. And so let's probably do that. I like that idea better, going right there. I love baker's twine for baking pages, things like that. All right, so I'm gonna tuck this up under here. I think it won't be too bulky. I'm gonna pop this up just a tiny bit. I'm gonna be careful so I don't, there we go. Maybe about 1/2 inch in. And I may pop all that up and just put that on, this piece on, I'm not sure yet. Let me, all right, I'm gonna turn this a little bit so I can maneuver this a little bit better. I think. I'm gonna make a knot, just makes it easier for me to do my bow if that's on there. Okay, I don't think I'm going to do a, I don't think I'm going to pull it off and pop it up. Not sure. Let me try that again. I'll have to trim this off a little bit. Okay. All right. I like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and just glue that right down there, make it simple. Okay, let me, before I do that, I got a little bit of adhesive on. That's what's nice about this silicone mat. It just rolls right off. Just want to make sure I don't get it on my page or my picture. Okay. All right, and then this, where's my pattern so you can see it. It's pretty far down there. And see, it did overlap that little piece right there, so you can hardly even tell. All right, now let's finish up our embellishments. I need to find my punch outs to see if there's other pieces I can use. So here are all the punch outs. I'm going to go ahead and put her up. It's going to take quite a few dimensional, Stampin' Dimensionals. I still want to call them dimensional elements. Anybody else with close to my heart familiar with those? That's what I keep trying to call these. They're Stampin' Dimensionals. So you want quite a few. I'm just putting enough in so that it stays. It's pretty much up off the page. Gives it a little bit of shadow, so gives it dimension. Just make sure they're on there good before I go peeling them all off. And we're getting close to done. Just have to figure out my clusters and I guess my title real quick. So let's think title-wise. I don't know if I have any. Don't know that I have. Sometimes I had Snowflake write a letter to the kids, but I don't see one for this particular time. I mean, other than, I got a little bit of adhesive right there. All right, I'm gonna put it about right there. Just trying to make sure it's straight. I really like this wreath. Maybe it'll be more kind of like that in this area with the just kind of imagining. Okay. Don't think there's anything on here, anything else on here I want. So that one I'm going to put aside. This one, could do stars. There's some peppermint. That would probably be good. Maybe some holly over on the other side since it coordinates with that a little bit. Looking to see what else there is. I'm going to punch this out. That might be fun. Don't think I'll do the little truck. I'm going to set that aside for now. And don't think any of that's going to be used. What do we got here? Don't need that, I don't think. And stockings are fun. Okay, I'm gonna punch some of these out and just we'll see what. Hello. Okay, there's a banner. I like that. I like the teddy bear. Maybe I'm just gonna punch out the things that look a little bit more whimsical. I don't know about presents, but let's pull them out real quick and see. All right, I'm thinking maybe we'll do that too. That bow. We just need enough that's, okay, I think that's pretty good. And maybe I'll grab a couple of those. I'm gonna go ahead and punch them out. Let's punch a couple of little stars out just to bring in a little bit more of that. Uh-oh, what was that? Something went flying. Save that. And there's 5. That's a good number. Okay, I'm going to set all that aside. Okay, so I think we got some good stuff to work with. I don't know that I'll use that since I've got the bows. Make sure that's good. Let's re-look at this. Something like that, maybe. I'm not sure. I feel like this could hang somewhere. I'm just kind of, still got my title I got to figure out. What am I going to do? Don't know if that's going to go over it. Okay, let's see what we got to work with here. I'm really kind of liking, I still like the wreath, so maybe, I don't know. I feel like if I'm going to use the wreath, it's going to have to be over here. If I do that, maybe. I've got to use that. I just feel like that's, I'm not sure about those. I'm going to set those aside for a minute. Don't think I'm going to need that. I guess just got to decide on, I think like right there, that's probably what I need to do. So we'll put that up here somewhere. Don't know about the stocking. Let's see. Okay, I'm thinking I will just do hot cocoa in this color. Maybe I could do hot cocoa and then print out goodies or something to kind of, with a big title and a small title. Maybe I'm gonna ditch that. Did I kind of, That's too much up there. Maybe I can do something with that, like cut it off a little bit. And maybe I don't do anything with that. Of course, I could have a little bit coming out under there. Maybe I could cut it in half. So that's a thought. Okay, I'm just laying it up there to see. This might be good over here somewhere. Maybe cover up Kyle's donut on his shirt. Oh. Okay, we're almost there. We're getting there. Don't know that I'll do that because I'm not sure about that. What about... Is that too much? Maybe if I popped it up, or maybe this could come out from underneath. All right, let's just work on this, and I think the rest is going to come together here in a minute. I'm going to put all that aside. All right, so we've got to do, let me find my early espresso. If you're still with me, thank you. We'll see what I want to do with that. I definitely don't want to cover her up that much, but that may be too much green. All right, so let's do a title. We're going to do, what did I do with my images here? We're going to do hot cocoa because that'll just be pretty simple. Oh, I can do snowflakes hot cocoa mix. Yay! Okay, that's Elf on the Shelf. Her name is Snowflakes. I'll just print that out afterwards. But let's see here. What do we got? So C-O and then A. I need to get these on magnetic sheets. I need H. We've got the O and a T. Okay, I think those are all the letters we need. I need to cut down this. I'm just going to do it this way at 6 inches. Actually, I'm going to do it in half. So that was 11 inches, I think. This will fit good in my, so I'm going to move this over here. And I need, okay, I did finally get my new plate. If you hadn't heard, I somehow misplaced my plates. One of my plate, my cutting plate. How? I have no idea. It's just a mystery until it shows up. All right, so I'm going to do all these and then have to run back through. So we just want hot cocoa. Gonna turn out cute. I'm gonna like it once I get it figured out. All right, H-O-T. Is there a reason I'm doing? Let me look and see. Let's see. C-O. So we need Is that all I need left? Is an O and a C? No, I need 2 O's, right? I think. Put it up here. There we go. Yeah. Snowflakes hot cocoa mix. I like that. Okay, it's not coming out. There we go. One more O. See if I can fit it. Yep. All right, so I so debated whether to try. I think I got some adhesive on her picture. Dang it. Don't touch it. It won't mess it up too much and be noticeable. Hot cocoa. I think that's it. Anyhow, I debated whether to do another scrapbook. I mean, beach layout today. But I just didn't have time to figure all that out. So that's why I was like, oh, I don't know if this ended up being simple or not. But, I mean, it's going to be a fairly simple page. It's just taking a while to... Where's my pieces? I don't know. I'll set them over here. Put them away. And I'll clean that up here in a minute. All right, there is that. Decided I just needed to play with some new product. All right, so now I gotta figure out. So I've got to have it down far enough that I can put like a little, I'm gonna pull this down. So like where it says, I can do a little thing here that says snowflakes. I think I'm gonna, what if I do something like this maybe? Okay, now it's coming together. Okay, I'm liking this. So I can put snowflakes, hot cocoa mix. Then I can have the journaling right down here. And that kind of goes down here, and then we'll figure out a cluster up here. Okay, I like it. So I'm going to pop this up so it just looks, but I think I'm just going to put that down right there. Okay, adhesive, I'm going to go ahead and do that with this. So it's kind of like right there. And this I can, I'm looking for, oh, I think these are small enough I may need the minis. A few of them. All right, now that I've kind of gotten that figured out, so let me share with you while I'm just working on this, that I had a idea. I was trying to figure out, I didn't do a craft along this month because our plans kind of changed in July, Jeff and I's plans, and we took a impromptu beach vacation. And so I have some card workshops that I did, but I didn't actually turn them into like workshops or anything to share. But from my one-page wonder that I did on Friday, this past Friday, you can check out my YouTube channel for my one-sheet wonder and the cards that I created using that. I decided that I'm going to offer a free card kit using that one-sheet wonder out of random pieces of DSP. So if you're not aware, our DSP is on special right now. And do it just like that. Okay. And I'll show those to you at the end. But I've got some card samples. And I'm just going, anyone who spends $50 or more during the month of August, thank you if you have already done that. You will be receiving a One Sheet Wonder pre-cut card kit. And I'm going to surprise you out of the pattern paper that's on special. So the pattern paper is going to be different for everybody. And you'll get a free embellishment along with your kit. So pre-cut for 6 cards, a free embellishment, and a PDF, instructional PDF for it. Just have to spend $50 before tax and shipping on my website. You can use the hostess code that's in the description. It's down toward the bottom to make your purchase. Purchase whatever you want, or you can get the heartfelt hexagon that goes along with my samples for those cards. I still haven't figured out my liquid glue situation, so I think I'm going to grab my other adhesive here in just a second to finish this up, because this is a sticky mess. Let me get my tweezers. My other adhesive doesn't pull like this, so give me a second. Trying to make sure I don't have a bunch of adhesive on the front, and I can pop it off if I need to. Anyhow, so that's your incentive. Also, if you ordered $50 or more during the month of July, you should have received your a coupon code for $5 product credit. If you did, or you didn't, if you purchased $50 and you didn't catch that email, check your email from Stampin Up. They sent those out. And it's a special code for $5 off your order in August. So it has to be used in August, is my understanding. Let me find my other adhesive. Oh, I think it's hiding over here. There we go. It's just not as sticky, so let me grab it to finish this title off. So if you have any questions, let me know. But if you want the free card kit, you'll need to use my host code. If you've already ordered this month and didn't use the host code, that's okay. If you spent $50 or more, I will still send you that kit. All right, am I getting that straight? I think I am pretty much. About right there, I think. Okay. And the cards are cute. So, maybe, just maybe, I might be able to, I'm going to line it right up under that T. some of you might get a surprise, and it may be using some new DSP paper. How about that? Is that a better incentive, using some of the, so maybe they would be Christmas cards. Great for Christmas cards. Because I'm getting lots of new Christmas paper in today. So I just kind of figured that out this morning as I was waking up. What can I do for my customers for this month, since I didn't have a craft along or card workshop. I will have one figured out for September, so that's what I'll start working on when I get my order today, figuring out all the fun things we can do in September. Okay, I think I'm getting that pretty straight. Yay for Christmas paper. No, can't believe I'm doing all this Christmas stuff in July and August this year. All right, okay, I'm liking that. That's fun. I'm gonna pop dot this up. I might have something else to like poke out behind it. I'll just do it like, yeah, let's see here. Let's see what I've got over here, like that peppermint. Or maybe I need the peppermint over here, maybe. I think that's too much of something. Don't know if I'll use the gingerbread house or maybe I'll use the teddy bear. We'll see. Let me see. Don't think I'm gonna use that. I feel like if I use the stocking again, it's like repetitive from this, and then there's not one over here, so I kind of like that. Okay, and then maybe, what do we got? Let me move this stuff out of the way so I can see. Okay, I'm gonna kind of position that so that the donut's not so obvious in the picture. I feel like that's too much. Not sure about the teddy bear now. And I don't like the way he's facing. See, that big star needs to go like, okay, so I think I kind of got that figured out right there. I just need to put it down. And then we're going down this way, so I do want something like right up in here somewhere. Don't know if I want it down there or up a little bit. I'm not sure about those either. Don't need either one of those over here. Something would be good down here, but I don't really see how it works. So it may just be those two gingerbread thingies, I think. All right, so let's put this down. I think I'm happy with that. Maybe a mini dot right there. Okay, we're almost done. This is ended up being a long one today, just trying to figure this out. That's fine. I had fun. I'm gonna put it like right there. And then we'll glue I think this star poking out from behind, just slightly. Oops. Can't get it off my finger. And then I think I just want him like right there. I'm just going to glue him down. I'm just kind of covering up that little space right there. Okay. I'm getting happy with it now. I'm gonna pop these up too. So I can use the bigger ones down here toward on the stocking part. Then I'll put a couple of little minis. So if you don't have these little mini Stampin' Dimensionals, I highly recommend them. I'm really liking them. Okay. Almost got it together. Finally coming together. Don't know that I'm going to use that, but I'm going to set it right there. Maybe I'll sneak it in here somewhere. Okay, again, just always want to kind of think in triangles, odd numbers. Okay, I'm going to do it so that I don't want to cover up all of Emily's cool goodies in there. Now where was what happened to the I'm not seeing it. Did it blow off? My little holly berry. Does anyone see it on the page? I can't find it. Let me see if it got stuck on something. Oh well, may have to put it on there when I find it. I was trying to cover up the donut, but now I can't. Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay, I was just going to position it over here so it kind of covered up the donut on Kyle's shirt. Just kind of like that. Perfect. And I'm going to pop this up too. Just use lots of dimensionals. So I've got my title here. I would consider this kind of like one cluster. And then it's coming down here. It's kind of bringing your eye down over here. Or that's the idea. And then this one, I think I'm going to do it kind of at an angle. How far in do I want to? So kind of do it like right there. Just glue that down. Poke out like right there. So that's just bringing in some of that peppermint look. But you got the peppermint stripes down here. You got peppermints, peppermint stripes, peppermint stripes. Whew, okay. And let's add a couple of little stars. There's that one. I'll put that one right there. One solid. There's another solid one. one needs to be over here somewhere. And maybe one or two over here. I think I'm just going to randomly put it down. And we still have the peppermints we can throw on. I'll just barely put that down just to see if that's where I want it. I think so, because I think I'm going to put another one. I think I'm going to put this one up here. So just kind of. And that one needs to go down. Okay, and a couple of peppermints and we're done. Guess I will. Alrighty, gotta try some of these cute peppermints. Did y'all see these? They're like little rubber peppermints. Real red and white adhesive backed peppermints. I think there's 3 different sizes. How cool is that? All right, I love that because I like 3 different sizes because it makes for a fun cluster. Oh, let's see. And I can just use one of each size. Just like that. I don't know that I need any around here. Just gonna do that one. And then let's throw a few over here. Those are so tiny. I'm just gonna put it on there. And then up here. Alrighty. That pretty much wraps up my page today. I'm gonna sneak it down just right on the photo. I'm gonna stick it. It's not messing up anything. All right, there we have it. Fun, fun. So that's using A Little Bit Festive. I think that was the name of it. Let me see if I can find my... Oh, I think it was on the plastic part of it. So this was A Little Bit Festive 12 by 12 Specialty Designer Series paper. It included 3 sheets of Designer Series paper. And then all these fun punch outs. So no stamping today, just paper and embellishments, baker's twine. So before I let you go, if you're still hanging around, don't forget. So these are the cards that I made. I'll just show these real quick with my one sheet wonder. These would be fabulous for Christmas card making. So for anyone that purchases $50 or more before tax and shipping through my Stampin' Up website by August 31st, you can buy whatever you want. I would recommend possibly the Heartfelt Punch and Stamp set, but you can do these, decorate these up however you want. So with some of our new Christmas products that are coming out, September 4th. That was the front one, I think. Then I will, with a $50 purchase, using my host code that is in the description of this video, scroll down toward the bottom and it'll say August host code. Then I will send you a surprise designer series paper card kit, everything pre-cut, all the paper pre-cut, card bases. I'll send an embellishment. I'm not going to suggest what embellishment because it'll depend on the paper I use. Along with a PDF instruction sheet for my one-sheet wonder. And you can put your cards together super quick and easy. So there were 3 different samples that I did on Friday. You can go back and watch that video if you want. I created these cards right here with this designer series paper. It takes 1 sheet of designer series paper to make 6 cards with very minimal products. That's what I love about that. So I got 18 cards done in just a matter of 24 hours. Because I did these 2 prior to the live and then I did these during the live. So lots of fun. I love to reward my customers for their orders. So if you've placed an order this month, be looking for that to come the first part of September. In the mail, a little card kit, my gift to you, my thank you to you for making your purchase through me. And this month it'll be a little bit of a surprise what you get as far as designer series paper, the colors and things. So we'll have some fun with it. And then I will be unveiling my September card class. And I'm not sure what else I'm going to come up with yet. But I'm excited to add a few new things into the mix. And that's it for today. Y'all have a great Monday. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.